Okay, so today we're going to change out the trunk seal on Project Wide Fox. So get your seal ready. We're going to make this happen. So if you're like me and you're restoring your Mustang, a lot of times if you've got a notchback, you're going to need to replace the trunk seal. If you have a hatchback, whether it's a Cobra, GT, LX, and that, you're going to have a hatchback seal to be able to replace. Now you can order these from basically most of your Mustang parts distributors, and they're going to come coiled up in a bag just like this. So step one is going to be an easy one. Obviously open up the trunk and the seal itself. You can get the old one right off the car. Now it's going to be pretty simple. Basically just take it, pull it up off the edge, and it's going to come right off hopefully. It may come off in a couple pieces, you never know. They're getting really bad that way. Now, unless you're going to keep the material for the old one, you can just take it and chuck it. Bye. So the new one is going to go on. Open the bag. Plastic's gone. Now the seal itself, you're going to want to trace it around from basically the middle. So the middle of the striker at the bottom down here, you can trace it all the way around and it should butt up together. Now on this, you'll notice, if I go in real quick, it's got kind of a loop out. See how it comes down and goes whoop, like a little ski jump? This should be facing out, away from the opening, so that when water comes down in, it actually is directed away. So make sure that's going out that way. So this is very simple. Basically just push it down over the flange, all the way around until it comes back to meet itself. Okay, so now as you're doing this, make sure when it seats over the flange itself, that the bottom of the rubber touches down here on this metal. So you just push it all the way down and you kind of jiggle it back and forth and get it, because you want it to be able to separate and go down over it, but still be tight to it. Okay, so once you get your halves back together, what you'll notice is that you have a little bit extra on the seal itself. Now this is what it should be. What you're going to do is you're going to come in where it's going to roughly touch in here and go just a little bit beyond. And once you get maybe about 1/4 inch beyond that, just cut the seal here, and then I'll show you how to knit these together. Okay, so once you have it cut, now what you're going to find is that when you try to put the two ends together, you'll notice that there's going to be some tension forcing this kind of up on both sides. The goal here is to make these pieces want to push against each other. So by cutting this a little long and forcing them here, what you're doing is you're going to take all this tension here and make it kind of squish in to make this fit. Okay, so once you have them forced down in, you can now see that I've pushed all this in and this tension is now squeezing it together. If I really squeeze in, you can see that there's a cut right here. But everything, boy, that's nice and tight between the two pieces. Okay, so now the extra little piece that you cut off, I would say for right now, go ahead and keep this, because there are other applications that you can use pieces of this from, whether it's the rubber piece or this nice tight flange piece where you could use this for either some kind of grommet or anything else. Just keep that, throw it in a drawer, because you never know when you might need it. Okay, so once everything's done, you can now slam it closed, and what you'll notice is if it was sloppy going down before, now if you've done it, it'll be just like your doors and your sunroof and that. It's going to be hard to close, so get ready. So you can also check the gap side to side to see if the trunk needs to be adjusted either up or down to compare to the body side itself. Mine previously was the trunk, because the seal itself wasn't giving much resistance pushing up. It was actually sitting down below, but I'll tell you, it's pretty darn nice now where it's actually got some tension pushing up because of the seal. Good seal stuff. So if you have any questions on how to replace yours and I didn't explain it enough, let me know. But you can replace this trunk seal in probably 5 to 10 minutes, and a hatch maybe under 15, just because it's a little longer going around the piece. Just remember, cut it a touch long with a meat and make sure it sits down on the flange, and you will be golden on your piece. That's it for this time from Basin Motorsports. Out.